What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Hydra Bob Deadpool 2 pack. I know it's a little late. I was out on vacation, but I'm back now. So we're going to take a look at this, see what's going on. Let's check it out. Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Being erased, stop being replaced. Counter-culture's in your face. Trying to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
As promised, today we are going to be looking at something that I'm very excited about. I know it's a little bit late, but it is better late than never. Here is the Deadpool Hydra Bob 2 pack. Super excited about this one. Let's check it out. Looking at the box, of course, we get the images of Deadpool and Hydra Bob. They got a nice little backdrop here, sort of wanted poster situation in the back. The two of them just looking like they're up to no good on the front. Flip it to this side. There is your lineup shot of Hydra Bob. So they definitely got up to no good. Now they're standing in the lineup. Looking at the back, here's everything that comes inside. So it's just an explosion of accessories, as you can see here. About 38 hands. Just kidding, but there are a lot of hands. Several accessories. And you do get this briefcase here. A lot of your important information at the bottom down there. Flip it to this side, and there's Deadpool in the lineup as well. All right, looking at the top, there is your Deadpool logo. Bottom, more important information. But more importantly, what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Right off the bat, you do get a mountain of accessories, so that's nice to see. Fresh out the box, you can see it's loaded. Everybody knew it was loaded with accessories. I mean, this thing comes with everything. You have swords, guns, nunchucks, laser swords, bazookas, briefcases, hands for days. I mean, there's a lot going on here, right? And this is great. This is an example of how figures could come with multiple accessories. It's a ton of reuse, and that's okay. Everyone's been fine with that, right? I mean, these are from Shang-Chi. You have some size that have probably, I don't know that they're the same ones from Elektra, but maybe from Hand Ninjas or something. A bow staff, the Black Knight laser sword thing, this bazooka that we've seen with Deadpool before, but now it's hot pink, because why not, right? And then, I mean, just every hand imaginable for Deadpool. That's cool. We get a lot of options here, and nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's check out each of these figures individually, see what's going on, check it out, talk about it. There's a lot. I like it. I just like it. Taking a look at Hydra Bob first. So this is great. A really good opportunity to add Hydra Bob to your collection if you didn't do the Kit Bash version, based on the Hydra soldier figure and the head that came with the Deadpool scooter. I have it. When we get to the size comparison, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about for those of you who may not know. You probably already do, though, if you're here. So a nice figure, looking pretty good. So obviously, we're going to see this again, down the line, right? So it's a pinless body. We'll probably get Hydra Troopers again somewhere down the line based on this one, because the older ones are on the Bucky cap mold, so they are going to become outdated eventually, but not quite yet, because they are just army builders, so they're still fine. But this was a good opportunity to get this. Obviously, easy to do this because they just reused a bunch of parts from other figures, so not a lot as far as like the body mold is concerned, but just cool to have the character and add it, and just a nice idea for the 2-pack. The eyes are going to be different than the one that we got with the Deadpool scooter. These are yellow as opposed to silver, but you do get some nice touches in here. So this Hydra emblem is painted in with a nice silver. You do get little like silver touch paints on some areas, so that adds the nice little bit of detail for the buckle and the buttons on here. And so those little touches, they really do make all the difference. You have a nice face sculpt here. He's got this crazy smile going on, so just a good looking figure in general. Some people, like, if you're not in the know, like reading comments on some places, they're like, oh, well, why is this a different color? I can't use this as a Hydra Trooper, but that's not the point. This isn't supposed to be a Hydra Trooper in your collection. This is Hydra Bob. He left Hydra. He just kept the uniform. So just a cool Deadpool associate. Cool figure to have. Nice addition for those of you who didn't have the kit bash or you wanted to upgrade that and then put that other one back as a Hydra Trooper in your collection. So frees up space, right? All right, so I won't belabor the articulation because we know what we're getting here, but let's get into Deadpool because that's where most of the fun seems to be. Moving over to Deadpool, so this, for what it's worth, may be the definitive Deadpool in the Marvel Legends line for now. Right? So we all know the inevitable is down the line that you'll get another Deadpool at some point, which will be based on this version of Deadpool, and that will then become the definitive version until the next, and so on and so forth, and so it goes. But it doesn't matter for me. If you've seen the collection before, you know I have almost every Deadpool iteration from Marvel Legends, so it's just another addition for my collection. And doesn't take away any of the previous versions. You can kind of see the 80th anniversary edition over there, which I'll use for the comparison later, just to show you guys what it looks like compared to that. But looking at this Deadpool, so much to love. Just a nice, clean Deadpool, good color choices for the costume. You said good color choices. It's red and black. What choices to be made, right? I get it. But just good choices made all around. Articulation is going to be the best on any of the Deadpools just based on what they've got. You got pinless double jointed elbows and knees. You have toe articulation for those of you that are super into that. Boom. There you have it. There you go. You got really nice details all around, so you get the Deadpool emblem painted in there. You get the nice little button paint. That just, like I said on Bob, it's just those little things that make a lot of difference. These buckles up here, they're painted in as well. It's just a nice figure. Just really, really nice detailing all around. So you get these like shoulder straps instead of like the one that goes across the chest, so that's a cool look there. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of bad to say about this. This head looks nice. I mean, maybe people wanted the other version of the mask, but still a very, very nice looking sculpt. Really captures the essence. I mean, if you didn't have a Deadpool in your collection already, you're good to go on this one. But if you're like me and you just like to collect Deadpool figures for that reason and that reason alone, you're also happy. You're gonna be happy. All right, let's take a look at some of these accessories, see what we got going on. I'm just loving the amounts of hands and options that you get with this. So, of course, we get lots of hands, lots of accessories. So you get some sword-wielding hands. These are perfect. They work very well. I mean, just that addition of the toe articulation gives you the opportunity to really get into some better poses. I'm not saying that this is a great pose by any means, but I'm just to show you, like, you have a little bit more as far as options are concerned when they do add those sorts of elements to these figures. Let's see what else we got going on. Here we can see the other head sculpt. We've definitely seen a version of this before. This one is just on a little bit more updated paint app, so you can really see some detail in there. A nice unmasked or semi-unmasked version of Deadpool. So if you want that as an option, you do have that. I do find it interesting, and I know that this is because this is a repaint, but of this head sculpt in particular. But they did use this version of the mask for this one, and not for the other one. But I don't know. That's a nitpicky thing to certain collectors. Just to point that out. What I like these hands a lot. They have the like little pointy shoot hands. I think it's just a fun touch. Adds a really nice addition to the Deadpool. Taking a look at some of the other accessories here. So I do have one of the Sai with him, and of course the bright pink bazooka. Not sure what the choice was there. I think just it's a fun element, right? That's it. There's no other rhyme or reason to why it's pink. If there is, let me know. Maybe I don't remember something correctly, but I think it was just a fun choice to go with. It just looks ridiculous. It matches the aesthetic and idea behind the pack. So that's what I'm thinking. But I could totally be way off and just thinking that for no particular reason. But again, just going into these accessories, just a nice amount, a lot of different options you could have with these figures. For your size comparison, I do have this Hydra Bob up against my Kit Bash Hydra Bob. So of course this is the head that came with the Deadpool scooter pack. Just gave him a random gun, and I think this flower is from NECA Ninja Turtles figure. I don't know. It made sense at the time. So there you go. So this is of course your army builder version of the Hydra agents. The eyes being silver in paint, the eyes on this one being yellow. So I don't know what choice was made here or why they're different or what. I don't know. But so there you go. So obviously this is on a more updated body. So as I said previously, we'll probably get some more Hydra agents down the line. They'll most likely be in the darker green, just like the new lady Hydra agent. She was in the darker green. So they did this obviously to be different and kind of give some contrast there. So there is your size comparison. Let's take a look at Deadpool. For the Deadpool size comparison, I did choose the 80th anniversary, which is effectively the same as the Sasquatch Wave Deadpool, so just a different paint app there. You can see the height is a little bit taller on the new Deadpool, just by a smidge, not a ton. So fairly similar in build. You don't get something completely different. Say like go back to maybe Juggernaut Wave or something older where he's a little bit bulkier, but fairly similar in size to the more modern Deadpools. For the accessories, obviously this has sort of that Y strap, whereas this newer Deadpool is just over the shoulders. You do get the sort of weapon accessories, ammo packs for the legs. You only get one on the new Deadpool as opposed to two on the older, but still looks good. I like the way the brown contrasts against the red and the black versus this one where it's sort of that metallic blue. I realize this was a special edition one, and that's not always the case with Deadpool. Swords pretty much the same, almost, color wise. The newer one's a little bit lighter blue than the 80th anniversary one, but of course the swords and the sheaths are exactly the same, reused from previous iterations of Deadpool. But there you go. There is your size comparison. As I said, this is going to be the definitive Deadpool for a while until the next Deadpool comes out. But there you go. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. There you have it, folks. There is your Deadpool Hydra Bob 2-pack coming with all the accessories. So much going on here. So much to love. Not a lot to not like. You get a lot. I guess the main complaints would be that it was an SDCC exclusive and is sold out, so you didn't get your hands on it. You may not get a chance to. Who knows? It may come back available at some point, but it's hard to say with those SDCC exclusives. So stay tuned for that, I guess, if you're looking for it. If not, I'm sure you'll be able to find it elsewhere on the aftermarket. But that aside, this is a wonderful 2-pack, a lot of playability, a lot going on in there, so many accessories, some nice touches. I know that, and a lot of you probably do as well because you've read it in comments or it's been pointed out, but the nice touch on the accessories. So with the swords, the size, the nunchucks, and the bow staff, they are in the color of the respective Ninja Turtles. So that was a cool little touch there. You can see like the purple on the bow staff, the orange on the nunchucks, the blue on the swords, and the red on the sai. So that was just a nice little touch there. Tons of accessories, as I've repeated and belabored by this point. But That's it. That's the gist of it. When it's done right, it's done right, and this is a great example of that. But of course, as always, thank you for dropping in, checking out the video. Whether this is your first time or you've been here before, I certainly appreciate you taking your time and spending it here and checking out the video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And of course, if you are over on Instagram or you are over on Whatnot, feel free to come over and check it out over there as well. I'd certainly appreciate that. But until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture's in your face. Fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see